Did you ever spend time with Epstein and Donald Trump?
Did you yourself write this letter to Mr. Epstein?
Sadly, I did.
Well, you heard it here first. Last week, Les Wexner, the billionaire co-founder of several home name brands, was called to testify before the House Oversight to answer questions about his alleged connections with Jeffrey Epstein. Wexner reportedly played the disgraced financier hundreds of millions of dollars for professional services over the course of a decade, accounting for a significant portion of Epstein's eventual fortune. Wexner also officially owned the infamous New York townhouse where Epstein resided rent-free and gave him access to Victoria's Secret events that he would allegedly use as recruiting grounds for his crimes. It was not unreasonable to conclude that they had a relationship that went beyond that of a normal client and their financial advisor, which is why the committee naturally wanted some answers. In response to this somewhat damning evidence, and the public backlash surrounding it, Wexler and his lawyers relied on an unusual line of defense. He went with the, "Ooh woo, I'm just a Widdle billionaire, and the big mean Epstein tricked me." In a quote, he said that, "I was naive, foolish, and gullible to put any trust in Jeffrey Epstein. He was a con man, and while I was conned, I have done nothing wrong and have nothing to hide." No charges have yet to be brought against Wexner, who is now 88 years old. Lawmakers, who were part of the committee that traveled to his home for testimony, were quick to point out that without Wexner, Epstein would not have been a wealthy man. He wouldn't have been able to afford his islands and private jets and politicians. Now, it turns out that in the court of public opinion, people are generally not too sympathetic towards a multi-billionaire. Instead of garnering him sympathy, the idea that he was the one taken advantage of has mostly just resulted in him being ruthlessly mocked online. Now, this would have been the worst response to being implicated in the Epstein files we have seen so far, if it wasn't for socialite Lady Victoria Hervey, who jumped in front of that bullet the week before. She took the bold strategy of claiming that the reason people are angry about the Epstein files is because they just weren't important enough to be in them.
Because it just means that you were a bit of a loser.
Right. So the people who aren't in the files are losers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I was joking. So make sure you subscribe to the Daily Disinformation for more satirical news in a world that's gone beyond satire. Also, I know how to swim, I'm in perfect health, and I don't plan on skydiving anytime soon or taking any planes.